Hey, beautiful Beady Besties. Happy Thursday, my friends. Happy Thursday. I hope it has been a great day for you wherever you are in the world. My friends, we have something fun today. We have a brand new bead box to look at on this channel. Now, guys, some of you might have already seen this. It is May's box. May is almost over. I understand. I'm a little bit late to the party, okay? But it's okay because we're going to look at it anyway, and we're also going to make some fabulous jewelry. Now, full disclosure, I did watch an unboxing from Bronze Pony, but I don't remember everything that was in here. I just remember that it was very beachy and that I had to have it because I'm such a fan of the beach. I'm not really necessarily a fan of the beach. I'm a fan of beach jewelry, my friends. Let me correct that because I'm not really a fan of the beach. It's the sand, I think, more than anything. It's the sand. It goes some places it's uninvited, my friends, and it's very uncomfortable. But anyway, let's get into this card of the day. Let's see what she says, my loves. All right. Be a Fruit Loop in a world full of Cheerios, my friends. And if I have ever had a life mantra, this is it. Because I am definitely a Fruit Loop, okay? But in the best possible way. I'm the best Fruit Loop ever. All right, my friends. Let's get into this box. So, this is sorry, I had to take a long, dramatic pause before I got into this. Anyway, this is the Dollar Bead Box. And this is a monthly subscription. So it does renew every month. I believe if you do a month-to-month or you do a 3-month program, this box is $19.50. I did 6 months and that took it down $1 to $18.50. But I also added on the Dollar Bead Bag, which is an additional $8. And you get 4 strands of 3mm fire polish and 4 strands of 4mm fire polish. And also, guys, when you subscribe here, it includes the membership into their store. Now, you don't have to subscribe to get a membership. You can buy a membership, and I believe that is $35 for the year. And that will allow you to go in and shop their store, which mostly everything is $1. But again, if you get the subscription, then you get the you get the membership for free. So that's a good deal, my friends. That's a good shopping. If you're a savvy coupon person, that's good. So we have some words here, and I don't know. There's some codes here that I probably can't show, but guys, if you're not a member, you can't use them anyway. You have to be a member to shop. Did I mention that? Yeah. So it just says here, and I'm gonna close the codes anyway, just in case. All things seem possible in May. E.W. Teal. I think that's beautiful. Especially when the colors of the sun and sand are calling. This month's collection is inspired by the soft, soothing shades of ocean blue and warm sandy beige. Think sun-bleached shells, sea glass treasures, and the calm rhythm of waves. It's the perfect palette for creating pieces that feel both peaceful and full of possibility. I love that. Then there's some, like I said, there's some coupon codes on there. This month in the shop, we're saving 10% off of some things and stuff. And then here is, you can keep up with them. So they got the Facebook, the groups. I didn't know they had a group. I'm gonna have to go into that group, my friends. I had no idea. I used to get this box a long time ago, and it wasn't curated. But I think over the last year, they've been curating it. So this is our list of ingredients. Let's get into this box. So we should have our fire polish bag, this is our Dollar Bead Bag, and then this is our box. So let's put that aside, and let's look into the bead bag. So there's going to be 8 strands here. Okay, there's a... Gemma, can you stop shaking it? I thought it was an earthquake, my friends. I said, oh my God, listen, I got through the tornadoes and now they're going to throw an earthquake at me. Are you serious? We did have an earthquake, by the way. I think like a week ago. Can you stop? Thank you. I have 2 cats on the L shape of the other side of the L. Yeah, creating havoc. So this is, guys, I love a good beach theme. Blues and sandy colors. And I've been on the fence about ordering this box again because I really do. I enjoy this box so much. It's just such a fun box. I think it's kind of a value. I don't think it's so much of a value as like Bargain Bead Box is, but I think it's a whole lot of fun. So let me bring out this bead mat and then we can go through these strands together. So let's separate them out. We've got our 3mm, so you get 4 of those. And then we've got our 4mm. Okay. And a lot of times we'll get ones that are kind of the same colors. Let's see what we have this month. All right, so for our 4mm strands, we have teal, which I think is this one. Oh, I gotta get the dish, friends. Look at me acting like this is my first unboxing ever. Where is the dish? I got 2 dishes. Okay, there's one. Let's blow out the cat hairs. Okay. Here we go. That's the first one. I believe that is the teal. Okay, and sometimes you get one or the other. So then the next one is going to be aqua half copper or matte copper. And I think that's what this is. I think this is the aqua half copper. You can see that. It's got your aqua tones in there mixed in with the copper, which is just gorgeous. Okay, next we have matte teal or dark cyan, and I believe this is the matte dark cyan. I believe that's what this is. This is a matte bead, which I love. It feels like sea glass. It looks like sea glass. That's so pretty. And I think cyan, or it's CYAN, I think that's what that color is, because it's definitely darker than this one, and this one is the teal. So you could get either that or the teal. And then this last one is beige, opal half copper, or matte crystal copper. And I believe this is the matte crystal copper, because it is, again, a matte bead. And it has just, you see the little AB flashes in there? Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Those are stunning. Oh my gosh. Look at these 3 together. Stunning. I love that. Okay. So let's get into our 4mm. So I'm just going to hold them up. Well, no, I'll put them back down. I don't know how to do this, friends. It's my first time. First, we're going to do baby blue or aqua half copper. So again, we got the aqua half copper. So we have the aqua half copper in the 4, and we also have it in the 3. So we could do lots of, you know, different designs with both of them. Guys, if you're into the bead weaving and stuff, these are really good because they're a nice even bead, and the fact that you have 2 different sizes of the same bead, I think that's really important. I don't seed bead, so I don't know if it's important, but I would think it is. I would think it is. All right, next we have turquoise vega or matte Aegon, something from Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Matte Aegon. It's from Ghostbusters call. Blue vitriol. So let's see. I don't know which one that one is. I think it's going to be this one. I don't know what color Aegon is, so let's see what else we have. We have vintage brown luster or topaz vintage silver. So this would be our topaz, I think, luster. I think that's what that one is. Then we'll go back to the Aragon or Aegon. Egon. I don't know. This one, I think, this one's got like, oh my gosh, first of all, it's got blue, it's got 3 different colors in here. It's got blue, yellow, and crystal clear. That is such a stinking cool bead. Look at that. I love this one. I don't know if this one is the honey crystal with blue, and it could be the honey crystal with blue because those are all 3 colors. So I'm gonna guess, my friends, that this is the honey crystal blue because it's got blue crystal and honey in it. I know, I'm so smart. So this, my friends, is going to be either the turquoise vega or matte Aegon blue vitriol. That's what that one is, and it is the matte one, my friends. It is the matte one. So it's the turquoise. No, it's the matte Aegon. That's what it is. Egon. That's gorgeous too. Okay, enough shenanigans, my friends. I feel like we've gone awry. Let's move these to the side, and we will get into. Oh, this is just so pretty. Okay, now let's get into the bag contents. So now this box, we're gonna find some smaller strands, usually about 5 to 8 inch strands, but we're gonna find some bags here that have stuff in them, my friends. They have stuff. And I love this box for earrings. I think this is a great earrings box because a lot of times we get like pairs of things And I love that. All right, let's put the bags. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember that bead, but okay, I'll put it aside. And let's look at the strands. So like I said, we usually get some strands here. You know, those are pretty. Okay. So, first we have a 6mm Lucerna bicone, which is this guy here. That's really pretty. And this is teal or light teal. And I feel like I got the regular teal. So pretty. And that's just, you know, your classic bicone shape. Except this isn't a check glass, so it's a little bit more smoother on the edges. Beautiful. Next we have check glass pearl and a 6mm. These were 6mm as well, my friends. Then we have a check glass pearl and 6mm. Look at those. Oh my gosh. They have just the coolest. I don't think it's coming across. It's like, it's definitely metallic, but it's like a matte metallic. Oh, that's just so pretty. So this is a check glass pearl. You get either teal or white satin. My friends, I am so happy I got teal. This color is gorgeous. Not that the white satin wasn't pretty, I'm sure, but you get 20 pieces and then 25 pieces of this one. And by the way, guys, since I didn't mention, because I'm such a great host, I believe you get 50 pieces of each. 50 of the 4 and 50 of the, yeah. It doesn't say, but I think that's how many you get. 50, I think. 50 or 25, one or the other. All right, so next, they're probably like, oh, by the way, I asked them, I emailed them if I could have an affiliate code so I could give you guys some savings, and they haven't emailed me back yet, so I think that's probably a no. Next, we're going to have a 3mm crystal, I'm sorry, that's not what that says at all. 3mm check fire polish in crystal, which is this little baby guy. And a lot of times we will get some smaller little drucks, and this is just a crystal clear. A lot of times we will get a lot of these little drucks, and I don't mind it because I think they make really great spacers. So you get 50 pieces on there. So next we have a 6mm check melon. You had me. Hello, I love the melons. Look at that beautiful color. And this is aqua with gold wash, or you will get crystal aqua gold. So I think this is the aqua with the gold wash, because I'm seeing some specks of gold. Very pretty. You get 25 pieces on this strand. All right, next we have a 5mm check fire polish and beige Picasso, which is this guy here. And you get 25 pieces. That's beautiful. I love that Picasso look. It kind of makes it so gemstone looking. And I love, this is such a neutral color, but it also looks, look at that. It looks amazing with these other like beiges and stuff. So pretty, so pretty. That's like our sand, my friends. All right, finally we have a check glass pearl in either bone or golden sands, and I believe this is the golden sands. And this is a 4mm. You get 40 pieces, and I think these two look really pretty together. That's really pretty. All right, so those are our strands. Now let's get into our little bagged items. So first we have an 8x12 check glass tabular rectangle mixed Picasso, 4 pieces. So that's this guy here. These are really, really pretty. So these are these tabular like rectangles. Flipping them all over so you can see all the different, very pretty. Gemma, can you stop shaking the tapes? Guys, give me 1 second. I gotta evict this cat real quick. Okay, I'm so sorry. But I don't mind her sitting on the desk, guys, but she was shaking the whole thing. All right, so those are super cute. Next, we're gonna look at a tiara cast. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is what really had me at the door. Was this little tiara cast butterfly. And I don't see it here, but I know it's here because I did see it. Here she is. I found it. So this is a tiara cast spiral butterfly in antique silver. You get 1 piece. Oh my gosh, it's darling. It's darling. Do you see that? Do you see the little spirals? Hopefully, if I hold it here long enough, it will focus. That is so, those little spirals at the top. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And it is double-sided because it's tiara cast. Of course it is. It's got like little spirals up there at the top and then little ones down at the bottom. That's so pretty. I love that. That's going to be really cute, like on a bracelet or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll make a bracelet. I don't know what we're going to make yet, friends. Next we have check glass scallops, blue with seafoam green, 6 pieces. And these are these really cute little scallop shells. These are so sweet. And here we go. And they are drilled across the top here, across that little skinny top. Of course, I didn't bring over any wire so I could show you, but that's okay, guys, because I'm in my stealthy chair, so you won't hear me moving over here to grab a piece of wire. I know I have a piece of wire somewhere. I do. It's a little bent. Don't judge me too harshly, my friends. Anyway, aren't we all a little bent? Oh, it's not drilled that way, guys. Look at that. I was wrong. I lied to you. It looked like it was because it was. Check that out. That's even better. And some of them have like a little different milky color. Ooh, let's look at them all, Kyle. These, I'm so happy that these are not drilled briolet style, my friends. Anyway, you get 6 of those. I'm super happy about that. All right, friends. Next we have check glass cabochon. Now we're going to have a set. So we've got a little set and we've got a big dude. So this is what we have. I have no idea what to do with these, but good news is I have a best friend named Danielle who does know what to do with these. And if I would just go over there and pay attention, I could learn. That's the whole key, right? Paying attention. That's the whole key. I'm going to put one of these on the flat side. So this is the dome side. That's the flat side. And then that's the bigger one. So this one is one piece is a 16 millimeter. And then the 2 smaller ones are 14 millimeters. Let's put them on the dish so you can really see that beautiful blue color. And then that's the back of that. So they're domed on the front and then flat on the back. So that is your typical cabochon shape. And if you know how to bezel and do all that kind of magic, then you got yourself like either a bracelet and earrings or necklace and earrings, or just you could put them both in a bracelet, like one on the other side of the other one, like so. All right, next we have check glass melons. Oh, more melons. Aqua with gold wash. Wait, aren't they the same? Oh my gosh, we have all the melons. These are 8 millimeters. So the one that we looked at earlier are 6 millimeters, but they're the same, I think. Look at that. So we got some big ones and some little ones. So that's fun. We can definitely make some fun designs with those together. I love that. Very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. All right, my friends. Next we have check glass Star of Ishtar, white alabaster silver with gold wash, and you get 2 pieces. These are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, look how beautiful. Those are so, so pretty. Put those in the dish. They're like that just beautiful white alabaster-y. They kind of look almost stone-like. And they have that gorgeous little star there. Star of Ishtar. I love them. Those are 14 millimeters. Those are so pretty. We might make earrings with those today. I'm not sure, friends. We have a lot. I love this box for earrings. This box is great for earrings. So next we have a check glass flat oval opaque beige. We get 6 of these. Oh, these are fun. These are real fun. They're drilled at the top. I don't know why I think that's fun, but they look like fun. You see that? So there are these oval shapes, and then they have where did I put that little piece of wire? Wire. Let's put that wire on there. And then they have they're drilled up here at the top. So they hang like that. Look at that. Those are cool. And they kind of have like, some of them have that little silky wash. Little silky. Those are really pretty. So what do you get? 6 of those? You sure do. You get 6 of those. Guys, we still have a couple more things. This is great. Next we have drop charms, antique brass. You get 4 pieces. These are going to be really, really pretty for earrings. Sorry about my... Look, I was out there feeding the stray cats and something bit me. I think it was a spider, which is all right. So those are the back of a couple, and then those are the front. So they have a loop up here at the top. They can be a charm on some earrings. They have a little bit of texture there. They're pretty. I love those for earrings. Or you could do a necklace and maybe do a couple, you know, couple little drops around the necklace. That's cute. Oh no. All right, friends. Next we have check glass corrugated rondelles. Is that what you were calling this? Okay. Opaque beige. You get 12 pieces. Corrugated rondelle. I've never heard of these. I've heard of these. Never heard of these. Usually corrugated rondelles are like metal beads. These are pretty cool though. Look at it. They are corrugated. And they are a rondelle shaped, or a squished melon, if you will. Let me put some on the wire. And they have this really cool like finish to them that makes them look very stone-like. But not only that, my friends, they also have a luster. They have a luster. Do you see that? Those are really, really pretty. Let's do the dish. There we go. Love those for us. Okay. Wow, this palette is so cool. 2 more things, guys, and they're probably going to be some of my favorite things in the box. Let me get rid of some of this trash. Excuse me. I'm still fighting the pollen, my friends. We're still fighting the pollen. All right, next we have a 17 millimeter check glass table cut dragonfly opaque beige with turquoise wash. You get 2 pieces. These are so pretty. These are definitely earrings. We might use these today. I don't know, friends. I don't know. They're so pretty. Look how, first of all, the table cutness of them. Can we just appreciate that? How shiny and flat and smooth they are. Then they have that turquoise wash. And then around the edge, they have this like turquoise and brown Picasso. And they are double-sided. Love those. And then finally, friends, we have a check bumblebee. And this is a 17 by 22 turquoise with copper wash. 1 piece. Oh, she's beautiful. So if you say you got the 1 piece, say you wanted to make earrings, so you can go back over there to the Dollar Bead Box and you can buy another one for $1 and make yourself a pair of earrings. I love that. I might do that. I might not. I might just use that for a necklace. But there it is, my friends. There is your May. Let me bring you down a little bit. Oops, that's the wrong way, call. That's your May Dollar Bead Box. And I will be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to look through this and have some ideas of what we're going to make. I think we're probably going to use these. We're going to make something fairly simple, my friends, because I don't want to keep you all day. And I think these will look really pretty. Yeah, I think those will look really pretty. All right, guys, let me grab some stuff and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, and we are back. So from my stash, I got some jump rings here. So these are an 18 gauge 5 millimeter jump ring. So I'm going to put out 4. I think we're going to need 4 of those. And we are also, going to be using some eye pins right here. Pull some eye pins out here. I don't know how many we're going to need. I'll just pull a couple. I've decided we're going to use these dragonflies. And we're also going to use these. And we're also going to pull out some 22 gauge wire. So what I'm going to do first is wrap my dragonflies. Let me just, ooh, sorry guys. My colors is trying to just ruin the day, my friends. Let me pull you up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, maybe that's the same. I don't know. All right, let's cut a piece of this. Oh, I didn't bring a little receptacle, my friends. I didn't bring a little trash receptacle. That's okay. All right, let me get a piece of this about yay big. Okay. All right, let me pull some of my other tools over and hope we don't cause chaos. All right, friends. So I'm just going to go ahead and straighten this out a little bit with my fingers. Just get this warmed up. Right. Okay. So if you guess we're going to make a knotted head pin, we are, because that's our favorite thing to do. We could do a spiral too if you want, but I think we're going to do a knotted head pin today. So we're going to take this wire, we're going to put it in between our pliers to where it is not sticking out. Oops. Okay. And then we're just going to go ahead and have this go around our tool twice. Okay. And there is the second time. So before that crosses, we want to bend this other wire up. Why do I feel like you guys are so, maybe because my hands are so close. But that's what we have. Go ahead and take that off of the tool. And now we're going to take this piece. Got a little bent somehow, but that's okay. Right through the loop. And then we're going to grab our nylon jaw pliers, and we're going to butt that little loop. We're going to butt that right up against our tool, and then we're just going to pull it kind of slowly, and you'll see that lasso is getting smaller. So pull that up to the tool, and then I will go ahead and just run this up there and make that straight. Okay. And so now we have this little flower knotted shape. There's no pokey end, and that's pretty. Okay. So then we're going to drop our dragonfly. Okay. And then we're going to do a wrapped loop. I'm trying to think if I want one of these little beads on top of it or not. I don't know. Let's cut these open. So I've gone with the 3mm here. And I went with this little bit of the darker blue, just to kind of, I don't know, just to kind of play off of this lighter blue. Now we could have used the lighter blue that was in there, but I wanted it to pop, right? So I wanted to use this little bit darker blue. So let's see if we want to pop one of these. Speaking about pop, and I got way too much wire. That's okay. Let's see if we want to pop one of those on there. I think that's kind of cute. Do we want to pop that on there? Sure, why not? All right, let's make a bend. And then we are going to make a wrapped loop here. Okay. And I kind of want to make this a little bit more of a beefier, just a little bit more of a beefier loop. I don't know why. I was just thinking of something, and now I'm like, I was thinking I was going to connect this at the loop, but I think I might use a jump ring to connect it. So I guess the loop doesn't have to be terribly, terribly large. So let me move that up just a little bit more. But we're going to have several wraps in here. Probably going to do about 3 or 4 wraps in here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Let's take that off the tool. Then we'll come back here and we'll cut that. And put it in my non-receptacle. Let me just pull in this other set of pliers here that I like to use to close down the bits, because those beadle-on ones are just a little too beefy at the ends. I don't think they're gentle enough to tuck in these little bits, especially with these small little crystals, or these small little fire polish rather. Okay. And that way we have it. And that's looking sexy. Let's put that to the side. Now let's work on my idea here. So this was my idea. I'm just going to do one at a time. I'll do one with us and then I'll do the other one off camera. So my idea was to put an eye pin through here. One that is straight. And one that will go. Sir, can you please just go? Okay. So my thought process here is, instead of having it go up and down the traditional way, we could do we'll do a couple of these little guys. Oh, there's still a piece of little. There we go. We could do some of these little guys on some eye pins. Make a little chain with a couple of these going down either side. Right? I don't know how many we're going to use. Probably 3 or 4. And then this will hang here. And then we'll have a couple go up this way. Right? To where we will connect our ear wire. So that's what we're hoping to accomplish here. Guys, this is going to be a lot of simple loops and eye pins. So I probably won't make us sit for all of them, but let's just do the first couple together, and let's make sure that these eye pins are closed, because this one doesn't look like it's very closed. That's why sometimes I don't like buying them. I like making my own. All right, so we're obviously going to want this loop to be on the same side, right? So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to bend this down. Chomp, chomp, chomp. And then we're going to cut about a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch-ish. Okay. And then we're going to roll. And then hopefully those loops will be similar. We'll see. We kind of want them similar. That one's definitely a lot bigger. And that's okay, friends. That's okay, because we can come in here and cut just a little bit more off, okay? And then we can re-roll, make that a little bit smaller. Okay. And then we're going to go in here, break that neck just slightly. And then we're going to make sure that this side is closed. And then we're going to take our pliers, and I can see that they're already right, but just make sure that they are going the same way. Make sure your pliers are going the same way. And I want to say, my friends, those loops are pretty even, if I do say so myself. Look at me, on top of it today, my friends. We were on top of it. All right, so let's do the rest. Now, the rest, I'm just going to, we'll connect them after we make them. But for now, I just want to make a couple of these little eye pins with our chain connector. We're going to turn these little 3mm into chain. Okay. And I wonder if we should do one at a time. I think so. It's a little bit more work, friends, but you know what? That's okay. I'm not afraid of a little bit of work. Are you? I don't think you are. I think you just want to make beautiful jewelry, right? And I might actually be able to get two eye pins out of one here. I don't know. I'm going to use my little bit smaller round nose pliers because these are little small beads here. And I don't, oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys, just run right into my desk. Goodness. These just make a little bit smaller loop. Oh, that might be too small. Hold on. That was terrible, Kyle. I'm trying to just keep them consistent. Okay. And then again, we can take them in between the pliers and make sure they are friends. Put that down. And then we're going to make a couple more. Oh, that's right. This was, wait, where did I throw that scrap? Here it is. Let's see if we can make an eye pin with this scrap. These are really small beads, my friends, so we probably will be able to. Okay. So making our eye pin, and we have that little weird P shape. Then we just come in here and we break the neck. Okay. And that's a small little baby eye pin. Is that even, are those loops? Is it, no, about the same. Okay. I am going to cut this little piece off though, because that's bent and our bead might not go on. See that, guys? Don't be afraid to use your scraps. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Okay. And then we have another one. All right. So there's 2 out of probably, I don't know, 20 that I need. So I'm going to make a couple more, my friends, and I'll be right back. You still there? Oh, okay. Okay. I was just checking. Okay, friends, and we're back. So I've made 12 of these little 3mm eye pins. So I think that should be enough for our math to work, because when we're doing stuff like this, loops matter, loop direction matters. So hopefully I've figured it out. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to start putting these together, right? So I'm just going to open this one, put this one on. I'm going to make my little chain. Okay. So I'm going to make chains of 3. Okay. Yeah, chains of 3. Let's just make our little chains first. I probably could have done this off camera too, but here we are. But no jump rings in our chains here. So that's good. That's good. All right. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm not ready for the summer per se, because I'm not like I'm not really much of a warm weather person. I do prefer a little bit of the chillier temperatures. I am a true northerner. I don't love blizzard conditions, mind you, but I also don't like temps to go much above 75. To me, above 75 is a little uncomfortable. I know some of you are probably like, you're crazy, girl. I know. But in my perfect world, I think my temperature would probably be somewhere around 60 degrees. I think 60 degrees is comfortable for me. And then anywhere from 45 to 65 degrees. But 45 might be a little chilly. I don't know, friends. We'll say 50. We'll say 50 to 70. That's my comfort range. 50 to 70. I don't mind when I'm a little chilly and I have to put on a blanket, right? Oh, the hardship. The hardship of getting all cozy underneath a toasty, nice blanket. I know, it's awful, right? But I am more of a cool weather person. However, I do love making summer jewelry. I don't know why. It's my second favorite. Fall jewelry is my favorite because, of course, we have Halloween and then all the fall colors, which is just amazing. Oh, which, by the way, guys, speaking about fall colors, I don't know if you guys have had a chance. If you're a part of this Beaded Life's Facebook group, if you guys, Jody put up a little spoiler of something that's going to happen tomorrow, and I'm really excited for it. But you guys have to you have to tune in to Jody. So if you're not already subscribed to this Beaded Life, guys, I'll put Jody's link in the description box. Tomorrow she's going to drop some knowledge on us, my friend. She's going to drop some knowledge. All right, let's finish this. All right, so now we have all of our chains done. So now we will connect our chains, and hopefully I did the math correct. We will connect 2 of these chains onto each one of these loops. One will be a chain that goes up, and then one will be a chain that goes down. Okay, so and it doesn't matter, I don't think, just as long as your chains aren't crossing over each other. I don't think it matters what side. Okay, so we have one that's going to go up and one that's going to come down. And this might be a little bit of a long earring. But when has that ever stopped me, my friends? When has that ever stopped me? If it's not a long earring, I just don't feel like it's a party. Oh, speaking about parties, you guys, another thing happening on Saturday is the Gemstone Orphanage is having their party line, which is the last Saturday of every month. They do a little party special over there. And guess what, you guys? It's going to be live. And somebody that you know and love, well, I hope you love anyway, is going to be doing a tutorial. It's going to be doing a tutorial over there on the live. So that will be Saturday at 12 Eastern. Guys, if you are not on the Homestrung Jewelry, it's Gemstone Orphanage, but Homestrung Jewelry is the Gemstone Orphanage's parents. Go and check that out. I'll also put the YouTube in the box. I'll be there live Saturday. Well, at least my hands will. And we're going to make some earrings, my friends. All right. So now we have our legs and our things. And now we're connecting jump rings. And I think I did do the math right. So when I say do the math right, you just have to keep an account loops that are facing us and then loops that are facing away. So we want to end with a loop that is, we want to loop it. Yeah, that's okay. So we want a loop that is open facing us, and so we can scoop all of this stuff up together. Okay. I think that's ideally how it should work. And I do have some 5mm jump rings here. You know what? I'm going to use my bigger pliers. Now I'm going to use the big boy pliers. Because these are those stainless. I might need a 6mm. I don't know. The 5 might be too small. We'll see. We'll find out together, friends. But yeah, so fun stuff happening this weekend, guys. I still am waiting on my computer, which is fine. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to scoop up this bottom leg. And then I'm going to scoop up. Oh no, hold on. Let's get these 2 top legs out of the way. Too many legs are in the way, friends. Too many legs in the kitchen. Was this the jump ring I had? I was going to say it's not very open. Too many legs in the kitchen ruined the stew. I think that's what they say. All right, so let's grab this leg. Sir, can I just grab your leg real quick? Thank you. No need to alert the authorities. It's okay. Oh my goodness. So there we go. Oh, she had me fooled, friends. I thought she had me. I thought we were in there. Okay. Oh my God. Really, Carl? If it would stop moving around. Oh my gosh. Let me just take this off camera real quick because I can't see the loop. I'm blind as a bat. Okay. Oh, I thought that again. She tricked me again. Friend, she is not being very nice. Keeps tricking me. Really, Kyle? You can't get that loop in there? Get the loop in there. You guys, I'm struggling here. Make sure that's the bottom loop, and this one is the bottom. Okay. Okay. That's the bottom, right? Yeah, okay. So there we go. And then we're going to put our little hanger dude in there. Now let's close it and see what we have done. Make sure that's nice and closed. Okay. So did I do the jump ring math right? Oh, friends, I don't think I did. I think I need a bigger jump ring in here. I think that's the problem. No, I didn't do the jump ring math right. I sure didn't. Not the jump ring, the loop math right. I thought I did it right. Apparently I didn't. I need these loops on the bottom to face a different way. And that's okay, because we can fix that. So we're going to take this loop and we're going to take these pliers. And I'm going to hold this one here like so, and then I'm just going to take this one and go sideways like that. Right? We're just going to change the direction. I think that's what we need to do. Okay. So I'm going to do that on all of them because I think I'm going to have to do that on all of them because I didn't do the math right. Well, what are you going to do? Okay. Going to hold this one still, and we're going to take this one and we're going to turn it. Right? So then our loops are facing different ways. And let's do the same thing on this side. I might also need a bigger jump ring too. I don't know. I don't know why I keep thinking that's going to work. Okay. Take this one and turn it. Okay. And now this one. All right, let's try now, friends. We leave the mistakes in. We leave the mistakes in, my friends. We do. All right, let's try it now. Let's try this again. Again, I might need a bigger jump ring. The 5mm might be too small. Let me grab a 6 real quick. It's okay, Danny. You're fine, baby. 6mm. Oh. Okay. 6mm. Oh my goodness. That's not the right color. Boom. All right. Let's check this one out. Let's see if this one's any better. Okay. Just a little bit bigger will give us just a little bit more space to hang freely. Sometimes you just need that, right? Sometimes you just need to hang freely with some more space. All right. So let's pick this up. Make sure the legs are in the right spots. All right. Okay, so we're going to go through this one. That's right. Then we're going to go through this one. And then we're going to attach our dangle. And that should look better. I say should. I say should, friends. I say should. I also thought I did the math right the first time. And I didn't. I even laid it out and everything. I don't know. All right, let's see what we have now. Oh, you guys. Much better. Look at that. Okay. I feel better about myself now. I'm sorry. Let's hook up the top part now. And then I can set you on your way after this confusing session here. So we're going to connect one side and connect the other side. Try to make sure it's not twisting. And then we'll put our ear wire. That will go right on there. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty and long, but that's okay. sure that's nice and closed. I'm going to give it the little tap tap kiss. Okay, friends, and there we have it. Let me get all my stuff in here. Look how pretty. So we made a little chain there. It's a nice long earring ready for summer. I'd say that's probably a good 3-inch date right there. Oh, it's just so pretty. And I love how this darker blue kind of makes that pop a little bit more. So cute. All right, my friends, I'm going to make the other one off camera, but I will bid you adieu for now. I'm going to go over there and join that Facebook group. What was it again? Look at this here. Dollar Bead Box Facebook group. I'm going to go over there and join the Facebook group and post all my pictures, my friends, all my pictures. All right, my loves, tomorrow is Friday. I hope it is going to be a great Friday for you, wherever you are. And we'll see if we can get into some more trouble, guys. I have a lot of stuff coming up. And yeah. So until we meet again, though, my friends, until we meet again, keep on planting your magical beans and keep being kind to yourself and taking care of yourselves and each other. And until we meet again. Love you guys. Bye.